we're gonna film a video, okay? We're gonna film a video. Yeah. Say hello, everybody. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, my name is Michelle. I'm a mom to this little girl right here named Rosemary. She is about 3 months old, and so I figured I would sit down and do a video kind of to new moms. What's going on with your little bow here, girl? To new moms or expecting moms, and it is 10 things I wish I knew before having a baby. Now I will say that I truly believe that there is only so much preparing you can do for a baby. You can read all the books, you can take the classes, you can watch all the YouTube videos, but I feel like you just have to live it. You have to experience it. Plus every baby is different and your experience is going to be different. So watching these videos I think is great. Hearing other people's experiences I think is great, but know that it's kind of just like a jumping off point for you in your journey at being a mom. Isn't that right? Yeah. Are you gonna sit for this video? I can't imagine you sitting for the whole thing. So we'll see. I might have to put her down next to me with some of these toys. I have 10 different things that I wish I knew before having a baby. The first thing that I definitely did not know, this is the biggest, something that I didn't know before having a baby and something I wish I would have known, was not only how hard breastfeeding was, because like if you watch videos you hear women talking about how hard breastfeeding is. So that I knew it was going to be difficult. I didn't know that breastfeeding wasn't like completely a natural experience. I just figured it seems like a very natural thing, so why wouldn't it be? But that's so not how it is, and it's totally different for everyone. Our breastfeeding experience was tough because her latch, and then like a lack of, I felt like, support from like any lactation consultants or anything like that in my area. So then she wasn't getting enough food, and it was just like a whole thing. So it does not come natural to every baby. It does not come natural to every mom, and it's not the best thing for every mom. And I know a lot of women who had to push through like the first 2 weeks or something and now like it's smooth sailing for them, and that's awesome. But I guess just overall just being even more open-minded to other possibilities when it comes to breastfeeding, and know that like it's not just a simple thing for everyone. It is for some people, just not for everybody, and that there are a lot of other options, and they don't include not breastfeeding. Like for a while we were combo feeding, which I had no idea even was a thing. You could combo feed. So we did some formula and some breastfeeding for the first, I would say like month or two. I forget like how long that went. So that's definitely my first and biggest one, is I wish I had known there was other options like combo feeding. I wish I had known that it's totally normal to have a hard time, totally normal for it to not feel natural. And when I came out and basically said these things like on social media, how many women commented and messaged me and was like, yes, same thing for me, like we had a very similar experience. It's just not talked about, I feel like, as much as it maybe should be. Okay, the second thing that I wish I had known before having a baby is how big of an issue like gas is for babies. They're still developing, and so they have a really hard time taking either breast milk or formula or whatever and not getting super gassy. And I think each baby is going to be different with this, but it causes a lot of like crying and things like that, because imagine like just feeling bloated and icky, like you're not going to feel good. All right, I'm going to put you down. I'm going to put you down with your play gym. Say goodbye. I'm sure you'll make another appearance in this video though. Okay, where was I? Gas, yes. So when they're just that little, they have a hard time with gas. And we did grape water, we did like a probiotic, and they helped a little, but it's almost still just like a waiting game, I think. So what I wish I had known, I guess, is that yes, gas causes a lot of crying and like the baby not feeling very well, but you just kind of have to wait it out. They will develop and it will be so much better. Once they start to get a better digestive system, it will not be so bad. So it's kind of just like hanging in there until that happens. The third thing that I wish that I had known before having a baby is that it does take time to get to know your baby. You have to take time to get to know their cues and things like that. Because every baby is so different, it's really hard to just go off of like things you Google and stuff like that. You might have a great resource and be getting all this great information, but your baby might just be different. So you really have to like get to know your baby. And then the thing is too, once you get to know your baby, baby, they probably are going to change because that happens a lot. But it does take time to get to know them a little bit, and you have to give yourself and your baby like a grace period to kind of just get used to each other. And your baby is getting used to a whole new world. I mean, they were comfy cozy in your belly and now they're like, what is going on? So it's having that grace period. I think that's really important. The fourth thing I wish I knew before having a baby was that witching hours is a real thing, and the first 8 weeks are probably the hardest. I believe my pediatrician said that at the 8-week mark it peaks of like that crying just because they're crying. You don't really know why, what's going on, and then after that it settles down. And I will say that was true for Rosemary. She had witching hours like every night. It was really difficult. It was right around dinner where she was just crying, and no matter what we did, she just cried and cried and cried and was inconsolable, and then would go to sleep. And then the next day, great, happy all day, have these witching hours again. So sometimes there's just nothing you can do but just to be there for your baby, and it's just part of them growing up. The first 8 weeks is the hardest. After that, they start to just cry when they need something. At least that's how Rosemary's been. Like if she's crying, she's either hungry, has a diaper, is too sleepy, bored, things like that. She doesn't usually get overstimulated, but I know some babies will cry when they're overstimulated. She starts to cry when she gets bored. She's like the opposite. So, you know, you start to get to know those things, but before that, there are rough times, and just like with the gas, like they will grow out of it. Fifth thing that I wish I had known, baby wearing is amazing. And I have seen women baby wear, you know, when I was pregnant, I knew it was something I wanted to do. I knew it was a convenient way to hold your baby and like get things done, but I guess, I don't know, I thought it was cute and like it was nice to have your baby snuggled up to you, but I didn't realize how important it really was. I used it so much in the beginning. When I was on maternity leave and she was little, I used it all the time. And it's just so nice to have her contact napping. Also, I think that's actually one of my ones on here. Yeah, it's the next one. It's so nice to have them close, but that you can do things. So if you're pregnant and watching this, I would really suggest like a Sully wrap, something very comfortable like that, and then maybe also one that's a little more structured if you're an outdoorsy person like I am. Number 6 is contact naps and really taking advantage of those newborn snuggles. Now I did do this and I still do this. However, I think it's important that you know that contact napping doesn't always last forever. I can get one contact nap in the morning when she's still pretty sleepy now, but it's not like those really, oh bless you. Bless you. Bless you. It's not like those early newborn days where they will just fall asleep on you and cuddle up like off and on all day. So really take those in. Contact naps too are so good for the baby and for you, and you can do skin on skin then as well. So just soaking in those contact naps, and don't be like worried about getting up and putting them down. Like being nap trapped is a good thing, and it's my favorite memories are maternity leave in the morning when I cuddled up with her every morning and we took a nap together. Like those are the things I look back on and I cherish those memories. So just let yourself have those contact naps in the very beginning. Number 6 is so annoying. Okay, number 6 is that clothing sizes and diaper sizes can be so different depending on the brand, and like a huge difference I'm talking. So because I felt like I was stuck on the sizing, like 0 to 3, 3 to 6, there's some clothes that she never even wore because they were in like the 3 to 6 category, and you know, she was in 0 to 3 for such a small period of time. I didn't realize that they were sized so small. She probably could have been in them. But then I was too late once I realized it, because I put it on her and I was like, oh my gosh, this is so small, but it says 3 to 6. Like that kind of thing. So I think, you know, keep the sizing as a general idea of the size and just try anything on your baby, because I feel bad that, like, I don't know, there's some cute things that she never got to wear just because the sizing was really weird and I didn't even consider putting her in it. With sizing and everything, I want to talk about newborn clothes for a little bit. I was told by so many people to not buy newborn clothes, and I disagree with that completely, just because she was in newborn for so long. I want to say like 1 to 2 months or something she was in newborn clothes. So it depends on your baby. I mean, if you can kind of tell ahead of time that you're going to have a bigger baby, maybe then, you know, just wait. And what you could do is what I did, I only bought like a couple footed newborn pajamas and onesies. And then when she came out and I realized, oh wow, like she is going to be in these for a bit, I went and just got on Amazon and bought more. So you can always just do that, but I wouldn't like get nothing. Like I would definitely take to the hospital a couple and just keep a few as a just in case. So then you at least have something to put them in for a week, and then if you need more, you can go get some. Now diapers really surprised me. I just did not think that diapers would be so different. The sizing's different. Some have like elastic in the back and some don't, and so I figured a diaper was a diaper, and that's just not the case at all. We definitely have ones that we like a lot more. Pampers Swaddlers is what we started with, and she would leak because I guess like the elastic in the back isn't as strong. But Huggies Swaddlers is what we use now, or the Mama Bear from Amazon is really good too. But not all diapers are the same. Pampers for us seems to be a little smaller. Loves and Huggies seem to be a little bigger. So like, why is not everything just the same? Like why? Why can't the sizing be accurate? It drives me nuts. Okay, number 8. I wish I had known in the beginning to just stay calm as possible when your baby is crying. When your baby is like crying in your face, you know that feeling, you're holding your baby, you're trying to get their food or you're trying to do whatever to help them, and they're just crying in your face, and it's hard. But I have realized just to almost, I don't want to say ignore the crying, obviously, like don't do that, but if you're doing something to help your baby, like for example, I'm making a bottle of formula and she's screaming at me, instead of getting flustered, I kind of just like zone it out and like keep doing what I'm doing and then feed her and just stay calm. So I guess just trying to stay as calm as possible when your baby is crying. I think too, if you get all riled up and upset that your baby is crying, they can kind of feed off that energy, and especially in the beginning, if they're kind of just crying because like they're fussy, you know, and they're not sure even why they're crying, you staying calm will help a lot. But there's just no reason for you to get riled up about it, because like if you are making a bottle, if you are changing their diaper, you know, you're doing something to try to help them, but sometimes they will still just scream in your face. So you need to just stay calm, and eventually you will figure out what they need, or you will calm them down, but try not to get so upset when they're crying. Number 9 is that I wish I knew that the bond just continues to grow with you and your baby, and sometimes it's not as instant as you might think it is. And this is kind of hard to explain, because it's like, okay, you carried a baby for 9 months, you birthed your baby, you know, don't you have like an instant bond with them? Well, sometimes you do, and sometimes it just grows. Yes, it does. Yes, I'm her mother. I did have like somewhat of an instant bond, but it definitely grew, especially when she started to recognize that, you know, me and my husband, we care for her. We are her mother and her father. She smiles when she sees us. Like when she started to smile, the bond really grew, because it's just like you can finally socialize with your baby in a way, and communicate with them and look at them and be goofy, and they smile and they laugh, and so the bond continues to grow. If it's not there 100% right away, don't feel guilty, don't feel weird about it. I think that's pretty normal. It's also, I heard, normal for husbands for it to take a little bit of time. Now, I will say my husband, it was pretty instant, but I don't think it's weird or anything if your husband's like, it takes a little bit for them to have that like bond with the baby. The last thing I wish I had known before having a baby is that mother's intuition is actually a real thing. It is something that you should totally listen to. I know, like, I've heard, oh, it's my mother's intuition, but you know, you don't actually know that that's like a thing. Like, is it, or is it just like you think you know your child? But it really truly is. And I remember in the beginning when I was second guessing everything, because you will, because you're a new mom, and I was like googling things. It was overwhelming. First of all, this is like a bonus one, but I wish I had known that there are a million opinions about something. If you Google something for a baby, it's not black and white. You're not gonna get like an exact answer. You're just not. And that frustrated me a lot in the beginning. But what I should have been doing was just going by my mom intuition. It is real. And now it's even more. So I would say she's 3 months now. Honestly, probably just a couple weeks ago, I was like, wow, like, I have a really good gut when I hear her cry, when she's acting a certain way. Like, my gut is like, no, like, she needs this. I know she does. Tony, a lot of times I'm like, trust me, like I can feel it in my gut, like she needs food. Even though it says we fed her X amount of minutes ago and like she shouldn't need food, she does. Like she wants food, she needs food. We have to feed her. I can feel it in my gut. I know it to be true. This will help. And then it does. And then it just kind of like builds your confidence, I guess, as a mom with having your mom intuition too. So it's a real thing. You have to listen to it. You have to believe in it. Now, when she was real young, I was second guessing it a lot. I also didn't know her as well. So I think you still have it then, but maybe it just grows and gets stronger as you get to know your baby. But even with that, even in the first few days of motherhood, you know, if you're Googling things like crazy and you're not getting the answers, you don't know what to do, I think just take a breath, put your phone away, and kind of like try to listen to your gut. Even if you're not sure if it's right or wrong, I think sometimes just putting away your phone and all the opinions and the resources for a second totally helps in the end. Moms have a superpower, and I remember my husband saying this to me when I was stressed as a very early new mom. And he said, "You have a superpower, you just haven't realized it yet." And I could cry. I could cry just like saying that, because I remember it like knocked me out of my craziness of worrying and things when he said that. And it is so true. Like, you guys as moms, if you're watching this, I assume you're a mom or going to be a mom, you have a superpower. And if you're nervous or whatever, you just haven't like realized it yet. And I hope those words of my husband's help you too, because it really helped me. All right, let me get Rosemary here to say goodbye. Come here, you're all smiles. You are all smiles now. You lost your bow, but that's okay. I'll give you a bonus, another bonus. I think there was another one in there, but something that I wish I had known, I guess, is if you don't put a bow on your baby, everyone thinks they're a boy. So I don't know why, like they just assume boy. Like it's a 50-50 chance it's a girl, right? I don't know. So yeah, we have lots of bows just for that reason, don't we? Same thing with a puppy. When we had my dog Dixie as a puppy, we would always put a bow on her because everyone just thinks like she's a boy. I don't know why. I hope this video helped you all. If you are an expecting mama, I wish you all the best of luck. I'm so happy for you that you are going to be a mom. It's the best, most amazing thing ever. And if you are new to my channel, you will probably love it here, so subscribe, because I show all of the baby life, don't we? Yes. Vlogs with Rosemary and just kind of have a peek into our life. I'm also a working mom. I'm a teacher as well. I'm an art teacher, so you get to see that side of it too, of how I balance it, which is not always easy. We also live out in the country. We like to garden and be outside and kind of live more of a simple life, so that is up your alley as well. You will love my channel, so definitely subscribe and like this video. If you are a returning subscriber, oh no! Was that good? Yeah, we're a teething baby too, so that's new. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you as always for supporting me and my channel, and I will catch you all in my next video. Bye.